You are listening to newspaper headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 or you send SMS on 081 38 or 081 42. From the Guardian newspaper, we flip over to the leadership newspaper. FIFA confirms ports for 2025 Club World Cup draw. PMI celebrates 50 next generation project leaders. Promasidor hails distributors for business growth. African Alliance Insurance pays 780 million naira annuities to annutants. Tide. Aero contractors slashes airfare to 80,000 naira, raises profitable to 14%. Reps in shouting march over tax bills. FBNH executes 756.66 meter of market trade as equities shared 19 billion naira. Humanity Index, using data and evidence to address gender-based violence. Humanity Index using data and evidence to address gender-based violence. Crude refiners seeks affordable petrol price from Port Harcourt refinery. Coronation Insurance reports 2.2 billion naira PBT in 2023. SAIPEC 2025 conference to highlight multi-billion oil gas potentials. TCN restores bulk power supply to Bayelsa after 4 months blackout. InDrive supports startup first initiatives in Ibadan. Federal government opens final savings bonds of 2024. 20.8% of Nigerian households borrow food to eat. Report banks withhold cash in ATMs. CBN asks Nigerians. Report banks withhold without cash in ATMs. CBN asks Nigerians. Stockbrokers allowed as Pencom lifts ban on pension fund investments in CPs. Food security during insecurity. Remi Tinubu was right. Transforming leadership in a digital era. Highlights from the Strategic Leadership Program in Oxford. I can make Oshun an economic hub. APC aspirant Dele Farotimi arrested over alleged criminal libel. Falana. 2027 Labour Party moves to boost state structures. Ballot boxes. Others destroyed as fire guts Delta INEC office. Unable to hold emergency meeting over leadership vacuum. Environment impacts people's health. Abia lawmaker. Federal government. Adamawa government partner on improved healthcare services. Nigeria introduces next generating sequencing technology to tackle paternity fraud. Experts urge stronger surveillance funding to tackle antimicrobial resistance, controlling fertility rates for sustainable population growth. For 43rd Public Service Games to officially close today. Inspector General of Police assures Nigerians of police accountability. Oborowori's performance. Delta oppositions are now silent. Aniago, Ugumba, Leadership Center empowers youth. Civil society organizations clarify CBN retirement allegations, confirms a voluntary option. We are committed to passing laws for inclusive leadership. Kalo, Governor Mutfwang visits Galaxy Bone Backbone, reaffirms commitment to digital transformation. Federal government integrates HIV response into sector-wide approach. Tax reform bills. Northern youths stage solidarity rally for Barrow. Matawale meets South Africa President Ramaphosa at 11th Nigerian South Africa BNC. Bank of Industry. Abia government seal 10 billion naira industrialization Memorandum of Understanding, 16 days of activism, interfaith leaderships call for an end to gender-based violence. Nigeria, South Africa set March 2025 deadline for Violence and Prevention Pact. Experts to dissect security challenges at book launch. LASPEC DG laments lack of retirement savings account. Senate leader tax federal lawmakers on investment in health sector. Bribery, nepotism, undermine administration of justice. Fawemi, stakeholders call for advocacy against drug addiction in Nigeria. Be good ambassador of Nigeria, monarch tells Igbos in diaspora. Lagos government pays 1.5 billion naira compensation to 204 landowners. Budget Ministry trains ministries, department, agencies on strategic plan formulation in Edo. 4,000 benefit from Navy's free medicals in Rivers. Parents protest extortion, bullying, theft at FGC in Akwa Ibom. Port Harcourt refinery groups condemn TV station over unnecessary attacks on Tinubu. Kyari, civil society organizations, others call on Ebonyi government to end open defecation. Opeboro gives local government chairman 48 hours to submit statement of account. Strike. Ebonyi workers ignore Governor Winfrey's directive to resume work. NSE blames collapsed buildings on unqualified engineers. Governor Bala applaud for supporting pilgrims. Governor Bala applauded for supporting pilgrims. Plane trains 1,758 school teachers in Kaduna. Kebbi flags off vaccine against malaria. Gombe renews commitment to disability inclusion. JAP organize cultural entertainment to attract children for polio vaccination. Emir of Kanu advocates women-centered policies. Reps ask federal government to curb escalating kidnapping, insurgency in Plateau. That's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning. From the leadership newspaper, we'll flip over to the Vanguard newspaper. New notes. Police officers stole 43.16 million naira cash of 74.9 million naira from owners, declare 31.7 million naira. Harnessing Africa's blue economy key to sustainable growth, maritime stakeholders. UK set to deport Nigerian pastor Toby Adeboyaga over alleged £1.87 million fraud. COP29 Lagos, European Union Africa sign EOI to boost tech transfer. SDGs, tax reform bills, KUKA, CITN, NECA, Pengasan suggest way forward. UK to deport, we've taken this. Naira appreciates to 1,725 naira per dollar in parallel market. Simon Eber must answer for his atrocities, but release Mazen Nandekano, Southeast. Obi Falana condemn arrest of activist. Farotimi, lawmakers in rowdy session over tax bill comment by Rep. Rotimi. Tax reform, don't be in a rush, hold public hearing, P2B tells federal government. Full script, what presidency said about tax reform bills. Labour Party unveils grassroots plan for 2027, moves to inaugurate state coordinators. Tax reform bills, KUKA, CITN, NECA, Pengasen suggest way forward. Why Nigeria, of all countries, South Africa reacts to release the visa rules for Nigerians. Senate confirms General Oluyede as Chief of Army Staff. Independent power supply. Sanwo-Olu signs Lagos electricity bill into law. Naira appreciates to 1,725 naira per dollar in parallel market. And that's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. From the Vanguard newspaper, we'll flip over to the Punch newspaper. Banks raise withdrawal limit to 50,000 naira. Owa Obokun at birthday ceremony. Adeboye tips brother-in-law as next monarch. Emefiele cronies acquire 753 duplex estate with forest kickbacks. EFCC. Emefiele cronies acquired 753 duplex estates with forest kickbacks. EFCC. Ekiti CP defends Afarotimi's arrest in Lagos, alleges cyberbullying, defamation. 80 billion naira fraud, court orders a former AMCON MD's arrest. NLC slams Nwifuru as Akwa Ibom joins strike, Kaduna withdraws. Tax reform, Tinubu orders review of protests persist in National Assembly. Tax reform, Tinubu orders a review as a protest persist in National Assembly. Police arrest fake soldiers. Impound 296 vehicles in FCT. Late Dowen College pupil, Oromoni's sister, mourns mother's death. Lone survivor of family house fire dies. Two Rivers doctors bag 2 million naira bail for alleged manslaughter. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Suspected robbers kill guard in Ogun community attack. Tales of blood. Helpless civilians recounts ordeals as power-drunk soldiers unleash mayhem. Court admits Mufa's iPhone as exhibit in money laundering trial. Two Rivers doctors back 2 million naira bail for alleged manslaughter. Man arrested as police bust Akwa Ibom gum-making factory. Import duty. Court cases hot grounding of 60 private jets. Senate passes MTEF, proves MPCL over 8.4 trillion naira subsidy funds. Banks raise withdrawal limits to 50,000 naira. Why Oti won't join ZLP? Abia Labour Party chairman. Edo Governor Election Tribunal begins a pre-hearing Monday. Reps tackle spokesman over support for Tinubu's tax reform bills. How Tinubu's ferry critics became spokesperson loyalists. Why I'm pushing for removal of immunity for political leaders. Rivers reps. Ex-aviation minister Osita Chidoka quits PDP. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to the Daily Post newspaper. FAAN MD talks tough, frowns at unprofessional conduct. Security operatives storm criminal hideouts, dislodge suspected IPOB members in Imo. Tax bill, Statutory Education Trust Fund, Naseni orders to lose special privileges, student loan funds gains, corruption, and focusing on prevention rather than enforcement. ICPC boss Aliyu. Niger Assembly passes bill to regulate operational standard for health facilities. tax reform bills. Why I support Tinubu. Dixon. Nigerian customs arrest officers in viral assault video. Governor Buni reacts to Yobo fire incident. Falana reveals reason behind Dele Farotimi's arrest. Nigerian airline aero contractor slashes airfares for travelers. EFCC explains why it won't reveal owner of seized 753 duplexes in Abuja. Niger governor denies attacks by gunmen on Governor Bago's convoy. That's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning. From the Daily Post newspaper, we'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. Why Nigerians should get value from national assets by Chitima, rights lawyer Farotimi in our custody, says Ekiti police. Senate passes 2025 to 2027 MTEF FSP. Rich people not paying adequate tax in Nigeria, says Jimo Ibrahim. Christian Association of Nigeria NSCIA to federal government fish out terror sponsors for punishment. Tinubu's government will stop hunger, fight insecurity, says Wike. Senate clear Oluyode for Chief of Army Staff job. State surveyors should be professional, innovative. Bagudu urges councils to deepen IGR. Polaris Bank, Amtis Skills Place partner to empower young designers. Auto firm FCMB partner on vehicle ownership. How to bridge Africa's $402 billion financing gap by ATAF. How to bridge Africa's $402 billion financing gap by ATAF. Brown's homage to Africa's splendor. From marathon to food salon. Transforming leadership in a digital era. Highlights from the strategic leadership program in Oxford. Lagos Education District IV Digital Challenge gets winners. Lagos Education District IV Digital Challenge gets winners. Firm to pay 780 million naira claims, annuities, and still on the stories making headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the Nation newspaper, Carlo Sanusi, Abaribe, others seek cultural leadership reforms for national transformation. Ex-governor's wife to women participate in nation building. Council chief to prioritize welfare of vulnerable others. Nigerian designer opens clothing brand in England. We need to end gender-based violence in tertiary schools. New and upcoming agencies shine at LAIF Awards. Kaduna NLC suspends strike for 7 days. First Lady Uzodinma Zulum gets photo honorary degrees. FEM unveils a pathology lab for advanced diagnosis. Business leaders seek private sector investment to support internally displaced persons. Adeboye's wife's brother joins Owa Obukun race. Abiodun presents 2025 appropriation bill to assembly today. You are listening to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. We'll now go for a short break. When we go come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning. Please stay with us.
Century is gone. When you have Ebona and the 103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, Ofala, etc. Approach Ebona the 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. Ebona the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599 or you visit Ebona the 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Ogunike Boys inside the Ovin Residency Hotel Ogidi.
There is boy child, Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day.
Christmas this year, 2024, is going to be off the hook.
Where are my choristers?
Kedu ndị ụka anyị ikwu ukwe na-amasị?
As Ebonade 103.5 FM present Ebonade Christmas Carol of 9 Lessons live performance
Featuring
Zion Choir and Teresa Catholic Church, Umuohia.
Our Ladies Catholic Church Choir Ogidi and the Saint Michael and All Angels Anglican Church Choir Ogidi.
Ebonade on-air personalities and many choristers.
Nakwa ndị ọzọ.
It is happening at Leofin Residency Hotel, Ogidi, which will take place on the 15th of December 2024. The Christmas Carol party will start by 2 o'clock.
For inquiries and sponsorship, please call us on 080-657-96599.
Ebonade 103.5 FM, Christmas Carol. Come, let's worship Christ the Lord, the season of love.
There is boy child, Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day.
Mgbe maka disco ya na-agba egwu. Data inye nsogbu.
Ebona the 103.5 FM Nabakowa Production.
My business is my
When I will tell you DJ radio drama, Eric. Akụkọ ihe mere n'iwe Ejije radio drama Eriko ga na-abịara gị every Monday 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday 3 o'clock p.m. na Ebonade 103.5 FM.
if you move and finish your business,
Amara m ile nwa dị ahụ ụbọchị m na-aga n'obodo ndị anụ akọ na ya na-erikọ n'anya nke kasịkwa nke mụ na ana m ahụzikwu n'anya ma ọ bụ n'eziokwu.
Ekwekwala ka akọ ndị nke a kọọ. Residency Hotels Leofin Ogidi. Ogidi's #1 place for all type of events. Burunia, they are from corporate to social gathering or any type of parties, even end of year parties from the club. We have air-conditioned hall and outdoor space of a very good capacity. When the Diano come, let us celebrate your event in style. Residency Hotel Leofin Ogidi. If you are somebody with a zibote taste, when Emmanuel back in the I want delicious meals, drinks and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. For booking, call 081-4567-8901. One more. Come, let's make your event come through the way it's dream or your plan of wire. Residency Hotels Leofino Gidi or Gidi's best place for premium events. Ask for How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebonade FM, who will, as the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be?
Government, Street Report is here to make sense of it all. Street Report is causing social change across your streets.
A na-ekweta ihe ndị bi ebi na
In your community,
ha metara ya ọsọ enyemaka.
Street Report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanyu, SR number the first every Friday, 4:30 p.m. on Ebona 103.5 FM as Street Reports on Fools in your face. On Emas Nebona the corner 24/7, 24/7.
Ogidi Kwenu, Ndogidi Kwenu, Adogidi Beauty Show is here again. Adogidi 2024. Now, Makweba Polena keep as one. Are you up to 18 and above? Register now and win up to 1 million naira. Ebunwa Muluno Gidi Land or Wadiana. Come and represent your heritage where beauty, brain, and culture blends, empowering the women, enhancing excellence, beauty with a purpose, supporting education, and securing a future. For forms and inquiries, please call or WhatsApp 080-6329-0766 or 090-13566-263. Social media platforms at Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook at Adogidi Beauty Pageant. Forms are available at all residency hotels nationwide. And the deadline for the registration is on the 10th of December 2024. Adogidi Beauty Pageant Show. Don't miss out. Arise. Kunye.
You're welcome back to Newspaper Headlines on Airborne at the 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080-6579-6599. You can as well send SMS on 081-38-39-7740, or you send SMS to 081-39-25-6742. We are on to the Nation newspaper. Abiodun presents 2025 appropriation bill to Assembly today. Sanwo-Olu pledges energy transformation. Opeboro woes investors. Others cancel shifts to submit statements of account. Communal clash looms in Osun as gunmen kill one over land dispute. Ekiti pledges support for fashion industry. Okene heads KSJ's 50th anniversary celebration organizing committee. Okene heads KSJI's 50th anniversary celebration organizing committee. And that's the much we can take from the Nation newspaper this morning. Still on the stories making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers this morning from the Nation newspaper, we'll flip over to Nigerian Tribune. Gombe Assembly passes a 369.9 billion naira 2025 budget. People with disabilities advocate a free education, inclusive leadership in Bauchi. Para government condoles victims of Ilori fire incident. Speaker Abbas decries exclusion of people with disabilities from governance. Speaker Abbas decries exclusion of people with disabilities from governance. Federal government NIYEEDEP unveil plans for creation of 20 million jobs for youth. Insecurity. Christian Association of Nigeria, Sultan, tax federal government on effective management of nation's natural resources. Tax reform bill. Tinubu directs Ministry of Justice to work with National Assembly on concerns. Side hustle that are booming in Nigeria right now. Wike warns principals against releasing students to welcome him in Abuja. We received over 2 million complaints in 1 year. NHRC. Speaker Abbas calms rowdy reps plenary over controversial comment on tax bills. Produce maximum value from core national assets. Chetima tax NCP. That's the much we can take from the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. From the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, we flip over to this day newspaper. Idris, tax reforms will empower 36 states, local government areas for development. Nigeria, South Africa agree to finalize a 5-year-old early warning mechanism, memorandum of understanding. Senate passes 2025 to 2027 MTEF FSP probes NNPCL over 11.54 trillion naira subsidy funds, unremitted taxes, how Trump will transform Washington. Still on the stories making the headlines on this day newspaper this morning, at 100 years per Yekini, life lessons and me. Resilience, flexibility necessary to survive a turbulent economy, says Onashale. Lancer bags CIAN 2024 Auctioneer of the Year Award. Port Harcourt Refinery operational. Trucking out products daily, says Facilities MD. Ohaneze joins Southwest, South South, North Central in backing Tinubu's tax bills. Senate confirms Oluyede's appointment as Army Chief. I want a house completely designed with made in Nigeria furniture, says Obasanjo. 11 banks generate 6.5 trillion naira from loans and advances amid interest rate hike. Wema Bank, Hackaholic for 5.0, empowering innovators, shaping Africa's digital future. The arrest and trial of Simon Ekpa. FBN Holdings plc launches rights issue to strengthen capital and drive growth. 60% of drilling engineering firms in Nigeria's oil sector blame government policies for stunted activities. That's the much we can take from this day newspaper this morning. And that will also mark the conclusion of all that we have for you on this particular edition of newspaper headlines on Ebonade 103.5 FM. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 08065796599. You can as well send the SMS to 08138397740 or 08139256742. We now flip over to our WhatsApp portal for reactions. On our WhatsApp portal this morning, we have this message is coming from Agonabo. He's joining us from Ofa Aguluzibo, and he says, Nigeria a country until the federal government fight corruption as though they are fighting kidnapping and criminal. Nigeria won't be able to experience good governance because corruption is as a mother in this country, and have to tackle it with zero tolerance, and that we are experiencing all that's the reason we are experiencing all this catastrophic and anarchy. And he says killing is self-interest. Oshomole is right when he made a very big revelation about the act of our leaders. Please, dismantle of IPOB and ESN is not the solutions. The solution is for the federal government to call a round table and discuss the issues behind the secession. Kidnapping and killing will stop if federal government will tell themselves the truth, because it is escalating into catastrophic situation we are watching as things unfold. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal, we have this message. It's coming from Valentine Edene from Umpo, and he says, I thank God for using Oshomole to tell citizens that 774 thieves are better than one big thief. This indicates that we are approaching the period of reckoning in Nigeria. May God arrest the remaining big thieves, because Nigeria doesn't belong to a particular family or tribe. Okay. Valentine Edene from Umpo, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Still on our WhatsApp portal, we have a message. This one is coming from a famous Christian. He's joining us from Ifite village, Aguluzibo. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. On our SMS portal, we have this message. It's coming from Honorable Onyedeka Osakwe, and he says, now, so many families cannot boast of 2 square meals in a day due to the hardship inflicted to the citizenry by the APC government. Our so-called National Assembly has become a housewife whose duty is to approve loan. I don't know what will be the state of this nation in the next 5 years if APC remains in power. Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning, Honorable Onyedika Osakwe. Well, this is the spot where we'll call it a day on this particular edition of Newspaper Headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. Remember, it comes your way weekdays in the morning once it's 7 o'clock. So keep a date and don't touch the dial of Ebona, the 103.5 FM once it's 8:20 this morning. We'll be back with Birthday Splash. Till we meet again, I am Martin. Have a blessed day.
The challenges of documenting memories in the 21st century is gone. When you have Ebona at the 103.5 FM, here, what are you celebrating today? Birthdays, wedding anniversary, traditional wedding, chieftaincy conferment, or fala, etc. Approach Ebona at the 103.5 FM Ogidi today to document your event. Ebona at the 103.5 FM offers you live coverage of your events on radio and social media, video and photo coverages feature on magazines, photo books, and others, news coverage of political and other events. Take this offer and receive a complete coverage. For more information, call or WhatsApp 08065796599, or you visit Ebona at 103.5 FM Ogidi opposite Obunike Boys inside the Leovin Residency Hotel, Ogidi.
There is boy child, Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day.
Christmas this year, 2024, is going to be off the hook.
Where are my choristers?
Kedu ndị ụka anyị ikwu ukwe na-amasị?
As Ebonadi 103.5 FM presents Ebonadi Christmas Carol of 9 Lessons live performance
Featuring
Zion Choir and Teresa Catholic Church, Umuonya.
Our Ladies Catholic Church Choir Ogidi and the Saint Michael and All Angels Anglican Church Choir Ogidi
Ebonadi on-air personalities and many choristers.
nakwa ndị ọzọ.
It is happening at European Residency Hotel, Ogidi, which will take place on the 15th of December 2024. The Christmas Carol party will start by 2 o'clock.
For inquiries and sponsorship, please call us on 080-657-96599.
Ebonadi 103.5 FM, Christmas Carol. Come, let's worship Christ the Lord, the season of love.
There is boy child, Jesus Christ was born on Christmas Day.
Space of a very good capacity. One Neviano, come, let us celebrate your event in style. Residency Hotel, Leofino Gidi. If you are somebody with a zibote taste, when Emmanuel back in the I want delicious meals, drinks, and spirits brewed in different parts of the world. For booking, call 081 45 67 8901. One more. Come, let's make your event come through the way it's dream or your plan of wire. Residency Hotels Leofino Gidi or Gidi's best place for premium events. Ask for an amagoroge. Mwakoziano Behaki.
Mgbe maka disco ya na-agba egwu. Dada nyere nsogbu.
F1 and 103.5 FM. Napapoa Production. My business. When I was telling you, SJ radio drama, Erico. Akụkọ ihe n'ime ogbe. Ejije radio drama Erico ga na-abịara gị every Monday 8 o'clock p.m. with a repeat broadcast on Saturday 3 o'clock p.m. na F1 103.5 FM.
If you move and finish your business,
Amara m ile nwa dịrị ahụ ụbọchị m na-aga n'obodo m na-anụ akọ na ya na-erikọ n'anya nke kasịkwa nke mụ na ana m ahụzikwu n'anya ma ọ bụ n'eziokwu
Ekwana ka akọl dị nke akọl.
Okay, guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, right? Well, that one.